If you were to have a book, TV, or movie character represent you, who would you pick and why? I know you might be thinking, first of all, why is he asking me this? Second of all, it's actually a really hard question to answer. I know a lot of people that they're not able to give me an answer immediately. They're not able to give me an answer after a day. It's after a week or maybe weeks of actually explaining and thinking about it before they can come up with an answer. And I ask this question because, especially within the last couple of weeks, it is a question that I've started to ask people that I talk to. And this question, it tells you a lot about someone by simply telling you or explaining how they see their own narrative through the vision of someone else. I'll give you my one. So I would describe my life, and I would describe me as being on par with Rocky. I see myself as Rocky. I always see myself as the underdog. Someone who, regardless of whether these external pressures and almost like that glass ceiling is there, I always feel like I'm pushing against a resistance and that I'm having to fight my way through things, regardless of whether that is the case or not. The most prominent example for that for me was when I was in year 12, and I felt like throughout my whole school life, I was always working so much harder than everyone else just to not get the results that I deserved. It was hard. It was really hard because I'd see people putting in barely any work whatsoever, yet they were getting amazing results, and I was putting in so much effort, yet I was just getting nothing anywhere near what I deserved. And that's just one example of why I feel like I'm always the underdog. Another one for me is that I've always battled with fitness issues with my soccer. And that is completely on me. I'm not as fit as I should be. However, I am working on that. But I do feel like I have to work a lot harder than other people might normally do to achieve the same results. But at the end of the day, that is what I'm willing to sacrifice. I am willing to put in that extra effort to be able to get those results that I want. Now, this thought might be lingering in the back of your mind as I'm speaking right now, but where did I get this question from? Because I didn't come up with it. I actually got this question from the podcast that Vanessa Van Edwards did with Stephen Bartlett on the Diary of a CEO. And I really connected with that question because it allows me to get a better insight on how people view themselves. And using my example, I see myself as the underdog and having to put extra effort where it's required to be able to get the results that I want, just like Rocky did, and showing that grit and determination to get the thing done. That's how I view myself, and that is something that I hold very highly in my own life. You know, regardless of how you feel, just still doing the thing. And you keep doing it until you get the results, because the results will come. Regardless of how good or bad you are doing the thing, just by showing up consistently, time and time again, the results will come. To wrap things up, give it some thought. Give it some thought and let me know in the comments down below. Or if you don't want to share it with me, share it with someone. Whether it be your mom, your dad, siblings, close friends, even a pet. It doesn't matter. Just give it a thought, give it some thought, and just go with it. Just like me, I was really interested to find out what TV, book, or movie character I thought I was best represented by. And I think you'd be the same. My last point on this is that by getting an external figure, which most of the time is not a real character, but getting these external figures and being able to see their view on things or how they are portrayed, it almost gives us, I was going to say 3D, but an external insight into how we view ourselves, which I think is very important because it promotes that self-regulation and self-reflection, which is very important in this day and age, given all the large amounts of distractions that we have, whether it be phones or music or just sugar and just everything. So like I said, give it some thought. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll also link that podcast that I got this question from. And as always, change starts with you.